along for a sentinel raid. Hit for these coordinates.
Understood. I'm on it. Thanks for the help. See those explosions? Take some and blow up the Scar's weapon caches. I've got it.
The bomb's arming. Stay in range until it's done. Thanks. Okay, get rid of those hostiles next.
Ready to fighting. Area clear.
That's everything. Nice work out there today. You've got the Sentinel's gratitude.
Stay vigilant, Lancer.
Hello there. Sorry, didn't mean to bother you.
No, it's okay. I'm Merelda. Adrift sometimes. Not so long ago, I'd paint a scene like this. But now my hands ache too much, so mostly I just watch people go about their day.
Can be fun, imagining who they are, their stories.
It's true. Sometimes you don't even have to imagine. There's a man who strolls the market pocketing fruit when he thinks no one's looking.
Imagine what happens when he's caught.
Oh, I'm waiting for it. Would make a great painting. Now, it's a good way to pass the time while I wait.
Expecting someone?
My son, Kyler. You remind me of him a bit. Same jaw.
Has he been gone long?
A while. His patrol hasn't checked in.
I'm a freelancer. I might know something about it. Where were they patrolling?
Freemark.
Oh, was it recently?
It's been a long time. They were buying supplies there.
Freemark was attacked by the Dominion.
Was it?
About 10 years ago.
I'm sure he got out.
Well, no reason he couldn't have. Anything's possible.
See, you understand. That's what I keep telling people. This whole world proves it.
How long have you been waiting?
My sister says too long. She left Fort Tarsis for Anthem years ago. I couldn't. I have to be here when Kyler gets back.
Any other family?
It's just Kyler and me. But I was young once. I know how it is. He's probably chasing a girl. It's kind of you to ask. Most people are strangers these days. Not many talk to an old woman. Or buy her paintings. You should get back to your day. I'll be fine here.
I wish you luck with Kyler. I hope you hear from him soon.
I'd better. The hell he's gonna pay for making me wait gets worse every day.
Go easy on him. Goodbye, Merelda.
You have a death wish, Souls. They're predators.
Is that all they are? They run in packs. They protect each other.
Yes, other Wolven.
That's a brilliant idea. Trick them into thinking.
Hey, Alec.
You know, people always tell me, Halleck, your good looks and charm, you could be a governor or something.
Which people?
You know, people. And I say, no thanks. A governor doesn't get their hands dirty figuring out how the world works. Freelancers do. Don't ever forget that.
It's one of the things I like about this job.
Like my old javelin I'm fixing up. The seal, the gateway, they're all part of a finely crafted machine. Tune it properly, and you can fly. Forget to oil a gear, and it's just a hunk of metal.
What about the world?
Just a fancy machine. They think there's more to it. The Anthem and all that energy of creation. I think the Shapers like to tinker. That's what the relics are for. Gears to make the world run.
Hopefully the Shaper's plans were to make things run better.
I think it works both ways.
How so?
Well, the mechanic in me sees a world tuned for both life and death. Both can be a bitch. Though, the Shapers nailed the waterfalls.
I figured you'd hate the Shapers. Hard to rage and all.
I got enough problems. I don't want to hate the whole damn world, too. Figured being a freelancer is a way to prove otherwise.
You should have been an Arcanist.
Huh, right. Because the answer to the world is in some book? I don't think so. A lot more fun tricking around the jungle in a metal suit, scaring the crap out of grabbits.
Pilot. That's right. I said pilot.
Antium's elite lancers answer to no one except the Emperor himself. Between the dark of night and the light of day.
Hey, I am so glad you came in today.
Hi, Amal. What's up?
Thanks for asking. I want to run something by you if that's okay.
Do I have a choice?
See, that's why I value your advice. You're smart. Your suggestion for dealing with that aggressive lady was perfect. She told me she respects me now as a bartender.
That's great.
But now, I want to ask you about a woman who moved in across the lane from me. Her name's Karila, and she's really nice, and I kind of like her. A lot.
So, what's the problem?
Okay, she says there's a package coming for her, and if she's not home, will I look after it?
What did you tell her?
Here's the thing, she's beautiful, but mysterious, so I never gave her an answer. What do you think I should do?
I don't know. I'd find out what's inside the package before taking it.
That's what I was thinking. Better to be safe than sorry, right? I was worried her friendliness and looks and dark, smoky eyes were affecting my decision-making.
They probably still are.
You are so right. They probably still are. Thanks for the advice. I'll let you know what happens.
You're welcome. Can I order now?
Ah, oh yeah, that's probably why you came in here.
Hello. You're a freelancer, aren't you?
Do we know each other?
Word gets around. There was a time my job was to listen to those words.
Huh. So that makes you...
A spy. Nadira's husband. I think she spoke to you?
Right, she did. You must be Leighton.
This isn't awkward. A grown man prodded into making friends. But my wife insisted.
She said you were a spy? You must have been one of Tassin's people.
Not quite. I was fighting her people. Dominion.
Ah.
Ex-Dominion. I see Nadira failed to mention that.
Yeah.
Don't worry. I defected.
Well, Leighton, the only Dominion I've met are murdering thugs.
It's the only world they know. The only one they're allowed to know.
And you worked for them.
It's more than work. It's a way of life. This monitor you've been dealing with, I know his kind well. Your existence is sworn to singing only the notes they tell you to. Control, tyranny, supremacy.
So one day you just stopped singing their tune?
I ran from it. Any life in Bastion had to be better than Strollheim.
I'd call Fort Tarsus a work in progress. Some days are good, some bad. Same with the people.
What matters is the balance of decency. It's a commodity in short supply in this world. If we can't find it, we must grow it ourselves.
So you're a spy and a philosopher.
It was my wife who said that, the day I defected to Corvus. She debriefed me. I fell for Nadira before the day was even out.
Must have been one hell of a day.
She was a light at the end of a very dark tunnel. Here was a woman who'd fought in the same shadows I had, yet never surrendered her conscience.
Glad to hear it worked out. Made the risk of leaving the Dominion worth it.
Meeting Nadira saved me. I sometimes wonder if I hadn't left, hadn't crossed her path. My life before, I did things.
Are you okay?
I'm fine. I'm sorry. Bad memories from before. I try not to think about it.
Nadira mentioned that.
She thinks talking about the past will help me. We'll see how it goes.
Well, until next time.
Yes, I'm still learning to make friends the normal way. I hope you'll drop by again.
Hi, Brent. How are you holding up?
Freelancer. Good. You remember that sixth missing sentinel? The one we couldn't find in the mines? I've discovered a weak signal. Very weak, but it could be him.
I'll track him down for you.
With earlier losses, we're short-handed and... Oh, thank you. The sentinels appreciate... I appreciate it.
Are you and Jack in some sort of who can be the bigger hero contest? That's the third Sentinel patrol he's rescued from Scars this week.
that Scar activity keep coming in. Be careful.
So are we there yet?
What do you think?
Sorry, I can't help it. I give you the first Arcanist in years to discover one of these. I've been jotting down potential applications of the manifold and...
So how about you focus on that? Quietly. Can't get further in. Door's locked. But we found an odd-looking device. Are you hearing that? Who is that?
Dominion. I should have guessed.
I've heard they possess a device that can overwhelm Shaper constructs.
The strange box.
Could we use it?
You have to know how to activate it.
There's a Dominion camp close by. Perhaps we'll find a clue there.
Why are the Dominion here? How could they know about...
Oh, what did you do?
I, sent a message to a colleague at the Academy about what I found.
It was intercepted, then. Good work. Let's figure out what the Dominion know about the ruin and the manifold.
I'll look around for clues.
We found some kind of voice recording.
Forced entry with a version of the monitor's device. One trooper entered vault before a door shut itself. Commanded to hold until a sweep is completed. Both signets for the device were returned to camps for safekeeping. The scout succumbed to injury on the way out. We left her. We have not heard from the trooper inside the ruin.
2 special Dominion signets, then. That's what we need.
I'll send you the location of nearby Dominion camps. but we need to get rid of the Dominion security around it. I'll get this decrypted as quickly as possible.
One signet. Now to find the other.
Sending you the location of another Dominion camp. Another signet. It's also secured. I'm starting the decryption.
the signets. Let's hope this works.
One way to find out. Head back to the ruin and try to open that door. locked in this chamber were behaving strangely. They seemed confused. But enough about that. We should move on and figure out how to get the manifold. Found the manifold, but it's protected by some kind of barrier.
It's linked to the entire Shaper structure. For some purpose. You must break the link before the manifold can be removed. As you can. The manifold is fragile.
And dangerous?
Probably that too.
Hello again, Marella. Still people watching?
There you are. I was starting to think you had missed dinner.
I didn't know we had plans.
All that time in Freemark. You haven't had a home-cooked meal in years. The Kyla I knew never turned down grilled gazik.
Kyler?
The name I gave you the day I brought you into this world. No wonder I never heard from you. The Anthem must have set a few screws loose.
You seem a little tired. Maybe think about getting some rest?
Rest? You finally come back, and that's how you apologize. Mom, go take a nap.
Well, it's just that...
It wasn't easy, Kyla. Everyone told me you were dead, but deep down, I knew if you loved someone enough, the Anthem of creation would make it right. Somehow it would bring my son back to me. If it hadn't, I couldn't live without my boy.
I think you're confused. I'm not your son. I'm sorry.
You have your father's sense of humor. All his pranks drove me nuts.
This isn't a prank. You're mistaking me for Kyler.
Don't get smart. I waited years for you to come back. And if you hadn't, I can't live on hope anymore. No point in going on. If it isn't you, I'd rather be dead.
You have to accept that Kyler is never coming back. Freemark was 10 years ago. If you haven't heard from him since...
But...
I'm sorry for your loss. I really am.
I don't know. Dead? It can't be. You're a liar.
I'm afraid not. I'm so sorry.
He's all I had. My boy. Please leave. I need to be alone.
Of course. I'll let you be.
Halleck is here.
Alec? I thought he was dead.
Yeah, me too. Guess he didn't want to show his face.
Freelancer. My husband Leighton said you spoke to him.
Right. The spy. Who defected.
I'm sorry I didn't mention that. I only see him as Leighton. I forgot his past can still scare people.
Seems like it's still scaring him, too.
That's the problem. Tassin had me debrief him when he came over. It was clear right away that his work for the Dominion, it left him a shell. I've been hoping he can reinvent himself here.
That's a good thing about living on the edge of nowhere. You can leave your past behind.
I told Leighton that. He says it depends on what you've done.
Such as?
He inflicted a lot of pain. Against us. And his own people.
If it was so bad, there should be consequences. Prison, something.
I understand why you feel that way. But he risked his life coming here. We couldn't punish him for it. If we did, nobody would ever defect.
You'd rather use them.
He gave us years of Dominion intel.
And apparently along the way he fell for you?
I was just doing my job. Debriefing the enemy.
Except now you're married to him.
I saw who he really was. Haunted.
Not exactly love at first sight.
No. But he was haunted by the ghost of the better man he might have been. I've seen that man. It's in him. He grew on me.
He's lucky he found you. I guess it works out for you both.
We share the same flaws, same struggles. And our dinner conversation doesn't freak each other out. But I'm worried about him. More and more, he wants to be alone.
Any idea what's bothering him?
He's talking to himself, sometimes in his sleep. I don't know what it means. I want to help, but he just waves me off.
Well, he seemed okay talking to me.
Maybe this is an opening. I'd really appreciate if you kept at it.
I'll see what I can do.
I can
lost the General's javelin. That's standardized tested for you.
Hey, I was hoping you'd drop in.
Here I am.
Remember I told you about Karila and that package, and you said don't take it if you don't know what's in it?
Yeah.
Okay, so she wouldn't tell me what was in it, so I didn't take it. The next morning, her door's wide open, and I see some guy with a death grip on her arm. So I walk over, just to see if everything's all right. Then the guy tells me to walk away. I thought Karila needs my help, so I say, I don't think so. That's when I notice he's holding a knife. He comes at me, and then Karila kicks him in the stomach and jumps on his back. Before I know it, she's got the knife, and he's holding his neck. He takes a couple steps and slowly sinks to the ground. Then Karila gives me a look, starts crying, and says, please help me. So now she's in my apartment with the package, and across the lane, there's a dead guy in her place.
Go directly to the Sentinels and tell them what happened.
Okay, thanks. I owe you big time.
Get to it. Matthias.
Hello.
Here's the manifold.
Ah, interesting. It's much smaller than expected, huh? Well, Joel's not gonna hurt it. Probably. Okay. This. This. There. Okay. You hit that switch? Hit it again?
It's just me, or is nothing happening?
Okay, easy. Let me see here. Yeah, this is here. Yeah, this is here. I mean, the connections are right. I know. There is this tried and true technique. Never fails to...
Matthias?
Was this new? Incredible. Shove off, Hansi! What went awry? We struck the manifold. Manifold, definition, amplification, or multiplication. Oh, we've been multiplied? This is total scorp drop. Wait, this can't be multiplication. You're surly, and I'm not. He cleaved in threes. What happened? Division. Of course. An inverse function of...
The manifold divided you.
I don't like this. Physical multiplication, psychic division. A personality split three ways. No! It's not what the manifold is supposed to do. We have to fix this.
The Dominion soldiers in the ruin, there were 3. Do you think the manifold affected them too?
3 Dominion soldiers? The same soldier.
I'm not sure.
We have to go check. Agreed. Any information will help. Wait! What are we supposed to do in the meantime?
Stay out of trouble?
But Trouble's my middle name. No, it's Arrow. Guys, focus. It's Arrow. Go. You're right, buddy. Oh.
Hey, you. Perky. Do you have to call me that? What else am I gonna call you? Matthias? I'm Matthias. We are all Matthias. This is a headache. All right. Pick a name. I'll be Maddie. Fine. Sumner. Why don't we call you Errol? That seems to work.
Hey, Max, got a minute?
Sure. This one's on the house, even. What do you need?
It's about Matthias Sumner.
Him again?
Actually, them now. There's, 3 of him.
All right, this I've got to hear. What did he do to himself?
There was a Shaper relic and things got weird. You know how it goes. They're completely different people from the guy who tore up your bar. Literally. Plus, they almost melted into goo because Summer couldn't get a drink.
No, I don't want to know more about Arcanist crap. You say they're going to behave themselves, I'll let them in. They break something, it's on your tab.
Thanks, Max. You're a gem.
Just don't spread it around. Can't have folks thinking I've gone soft.
Is it a regulator thing? You gotta act tough all the time?
No. I mean, back in Helios, I know regulators who are squishier than custard pies. But this isn't Helios. The frontier isn't civilized. You run a business out here, you better be armor-plated.
Why don't you get yourself a Javelin? You could be armor-plated and have jets.
Yeah, I tried that for a while. Just didn't fit right, you know? Fort's got enough suits stomping around as it is. Wouldn't mind hiring a bouncer, though.
You were a Lancer? When? Where? What happened?
Regulators have their own suits. It's not like Sentinels are gonna guard smuggler operations from scars. Or outlaws. Or wildlife. A nice profitable still in the jungle attracts a lot of the wrong crowd, you know. Took and fired all the bullets I ever want to. Plus, my wife likes it better when I keep regular hours, you know?
Good timing. We just got some excellent new stuff.
Now here's where it gets fun. Time to make a statement.
In some sort of who can be the bigger hero contest? That's the third Sentinel.
Freelancer, patching in Sentinel Jax.
Dax, hope I haven't kept you waiting.
Yeah, about that. I'm not gonna make it. Rule buried me under a mountain of paperwork.
Should I turn around?
No. I can walk you through it from here. There's a camp nearby. Head to it.
As you wish, Your Highness.
Please don't call me that.
Exactly how did you end up in Fort Tarsus?
One of my suitors claimed he was a better shot than me. I proved him wrong.
How?
In a duel, obviously.
You shot him?
Barely grazed his shoulder. He was a total baby about it. Long gone. Dead end or new lead?
Dax, little direction, please.
Oh, sorry. Thinking. See if you can get the power back on. It'll be easier to search the camp. There! The generator. That should get the camp back up and running.
You know, Chapter 1 of the Freelancer Handbook doesn't mention generators.
Well, Chapter 2 has entire pages on the subject. Power restored. Nice. Look around. See if they left something behind.
They?
Yep. A member of your team found an archive.
Is that what we're looking for?
Could be. Won't know until I see what's on it.
Okay, process the data.
I've never seen an archive so disorganized. This might take a while. Hey, are those eggs moving?
Ah, crap. Hey, process faster.
It doesn't work like that. Freelancer, I can only do this when you're in range.
I know I make this look easy, but it's really not.
Freelancer, I can only do this when you're in range. analysis to Sentinel Dax. We should secure the area before moving on.
Yes, this is great. This is... Oh? Not what I'm looking for. But it's okay. I know where to go next.
I'm all ears.
The archive is transmitting a signal nearby. That must be the place.
Freelancer, picking up radio chatter.
R6, it's around here. Your ass is in here. Zane, you're breaking up.
Sounds like trouble.
He's a big boy. He can take care of it.
Outlaw mentality right there.
Outlaws? Beautiful. This is the place.
I don't know. Sounds like they're having trouble.
They're idiots, and not our problem. The signal's inside.
I thought you said, wait, aren't we looking for outlaws?
No, we're looking for a cipher link. Didn't I tell you?
No.
Oh, no wonder you were confused.
No link.
Well, yeah.
Trying to solve the mystery of people vanishing in the Emerald Abyss.
We are.
Then why am I in a creepy cave looking for a cipher link?
Because the signal directed us here, and...
No, I mean, how is this link connected to the Emerald Abyss?
Oh, it has intel on it.
Oh, what intel?
Important intel.
Dax!
Look, if I had all the answers, it wouldn't be a mystery.
Damn it! Where the hell are they?
Oh, that's what's been troubling the outlaws. Ur-6. Pretty nasty.
Signal?
I think so. It's on the move. Do you think? Is it possible the Ur-6 link?
I swear to God, if I have to dig through poop.
Okay, number one, feces is the professional term. And number two, I said it's moving.
What kind of weird shit do you have?
Belly of the beast.
Please, Dax.
Sorry.
on your 6. Get it? Her 6? Your 6?
Hilarious.
Signal's pointing to her, by the way.
Ah, of course there is.
To dig through poop. I mean, feces.
Lucky me.
I can't help you if you're gonna be picky. I'll analyze Link's intel and send it to Dax. Beautiful. We can discuss back at Fort Tarsis. Freelancer, I sent the Link's intel to Dax. She's waiting for you at her apartment.
Hi there, Merelda.
Can't sleep, huh? I get insomnia too. I thought it would get better with you back, but still wide awake.
You okay?
Just thinking. I used to sketch you and imagine the conversations we'd have when you returned, Kyler.
How did it go?
I never knew where to start. How did it happen? When? How long were you out there? Were you hurt? Did the Anthem bring you back?
I don't think the Anthem has anything to do with this.
Of course it does. Everything in this world happens because of the Anthem. They say there's even an Arcanist who was split into 3 people. Why couldn't it save you? So what did you see out there in the world?
Everywhere I went, there was an adventure. Saw all kinds of incredible things. Silenced lots of relics.
Just like you dreamed as a little boy.
The life of a freelancer.
Must have been so exciting. And from the looks of it, full of good food. You've put on a few pounds since I last saw you.
Hey!
I'm your mother. I get to be honest with you. Now, you be honest with me. Why didn't you come back sooner? Why make me wait all those years?
I tried telling you before. This whole situation, you're confused. I'm not who you think I am.
You trying that again? Telling me you're not my son?
I'm trying to tell you the truth.
You don't think I know my own child? When you were hurt, I tried to...
Hurt? When?
There was nothing I could do. Your father and I, we... Forget it. It's nothing. The Anthem brought you back, and that's all that matters. Now, I'm tired. Let's talk another time.
Hope you feel better.
Have you heard from your brother? He went out yesterday to cut a deal with Sin's people on some new javelin seals. Haven't seen him since. I'm sure he's fine.
I'm telling you straight up. Hey! I learned something about a certain someone that I believe may be of interest to you.
I doubt it.
Yeah, right. Brace yourself, because this is gonna hit you pretty hard. Sentinel Dax is actually a princess.
Everyone in the fort knows that.
Really?
Yes, it's common knowledge.
Oh, well, it's still pretty interesting though, right?
It was the first 50 times I heard it.
Okay, I hear you. But you're still gonna come to me for all your inside information, right?
I never did.
So, nothing's changed with us?
No.
Whew. Good, okay. So, hey, do you want to go for a bite or something?
Nope.
I get it. Next time, I swear I'm gonna be a better friend. I will always be your friend.
Hey, remember Karila and the package and how she killed that guy and you told me to go to the Sentinels?
Once the killing started, it just made sense to get the authorities involved.
Oh, you made a good call. When we got back to my place, there was nothing there. No Karila, no package, and when I checked her place, spotless.
What did the Sentinels say?
Their commander, Vul, said I was lucky they didn't arrest me for wasting their time. I was confused, relieved, and embarrassed all at the same time. And the weirdest thing of all, after the Sentinels left, Karila shows up.
Seriously?
I know. She says, "Thank you, Amal." Then gives me the sweetest kiss of my entire life. I just hope she got her share of the Ember.
The package was filled with Ember?
It's crazy what people will do for Ember, huh? But now she's gone. Her place is empty, and I have no idea where she is.
Yeah, but she knows where you are. Maybe she'll stop by someday.
That would be nice, as long as nobody gets killed next time. She was a lot of trouble. I'm sure gonna miss her.
Three Matthiases, huh? Well, at least he's nice to look at.
Leighton, how are things?
Do we know each other?
I'm a freelancer. We spoke before. You told me you defected from...
Of course, of course. I'm sorry, I remember now. My wife wants me to make new friends. Not doing a good job of it, am I?
You okay?
I don't think so. No, there's a fog. Too much time thinking about the past.
It might help if you talk about it instead.
I was a different man back then. Your opinion of me, it will change.
Whatever happened, it's probably worse in your mind than it actually was.
I wish that were true. For some things, there's no fog. It's all too clear.
Let's hear it.
I was a Dominion cipher, a surveillance tool of the state directed against our own people. I tracked their movements, their plans, their sedition. I was very good at this. I was the unseen hand keeping the flock in line. When I caught one straying, they died. Many strayed.
That couldn't have been easy.
Easier than what came next. I also had physical talents, strength, agility, marksmanship. The Dominion put these to use. I was sent abroad on missions. I hunted enemy ciphers, then mentally tortured them to extract information. They begged me to end their agony, which I did, putting a bullet in the source of their pain, their skull. There were so many of them, I lost track. So, what do you think of me now, freelancer?
I'll give you credit for being honest. That was some seriously unvarnished truth.
A truth that I can't seem to reconcile with myself. I did those things.
I can see why your wife is concerned about you.
More than anything, I want to be the man she thinks I can be. The other day, I helped a woman and her boy churn some butter. It was simple. It was real. It's the life I want.
What's holding you back?
The memories don't just vanish.
Your wife mentioned that you've been talking to yourself?
The curse of being a cipher. It's all a jumble. A single word could lead to a memory, and then another I thought I'd forgotten. When I'm thinking, I don't realize it's out loud sometimes.
What's bothering you?
A name. A woman. Aurora. It keeps repeating. She was... Damn headache. I can't remember.
It's okay, if it's too painful.
Aurora is expendable. Collateral damage is acceptable. The state has decided. The state has decreed.
What?
I don't know. It's a memory. I don't know who she was or what I did, but I can feel it.
Whatever happened with her, it's behind you. Leave it there.
But not the sense of it, that I did something terrible.
Maybe you did, but you're here now. Trying to be a better man than the one you remember.
What if that man won't let me?
Talk to your wife. Nadira could help. She's worried about you.
No, the shame. Not until I understand this. I need some time to think.
I understand.
He's been building it himself. Fixing it, I mean.
Maybe the problem isn't mechanical.
You can't use the gateway.
Not the first time that would have happened. Had to give up Lansing altogether. Still works on jabs, though. Excellent painter.
Okay, please don't hate me, but that link, the one you...
Got elbow deep in her 6'4"?
More like wrist deep, but yeah. It didn't have all the intel I needed.
Again? But you said...
I know. I messed up. Remember my aunt's journal?
The one that proves there's a connection between the Heart of Rage and the Emerald Abyss?
Yeah. It was stolen.
What? When?
Like, 2 months ago?
Why didn't you say so?
Because I thought we could steal the information back without facing the thieves head on.
The outlaws in the cave. They're the ones who took the journal.
Sort of. They work for the guy who took it. A jerk named Talon.
How did this happen?
Minor details. What's done is done. We just gotta keep moving forward.
Okay. What's our next move?
We ambush Talon and steal back the journal.
And you'll show up this time?
You make me sound so flaky. Of course I'll be there.
Is this your work?
Huh? Oh, yeah. I scraped that together with what I remembered from my aunt's research. It charts the routes of the caravans that vanished in the Emerald Abyss.
This is really good, Dax.
You don't have to sound so surprised. Aunt Cordea taught me a thing or two before she disappeared.
Gotta say, you seem a much better cartographer than Sentinel.
Hey, I'd be a great sentinel if the commander would let me stretch my wings.
Mm-hmm.
Shut up.
Market? Serna? She seems like... If she actually
Sentinel Andron is the Lancer missing from that scar mine. If I found his signal, it's weak, but it's there.
I'll hunt it down. Strider port. It's overrun by scars.
Now that you're closer, I can use your javelin to better triangulate Andron's position. Got it! Head into the compound. Signal stronger.
Won't be that easy. Compound has heavy defenses.
I guess we've got to get through them.
Working on it.
There's a lot of hives around. No sign of Andron. You should be right on top of him.
They must be hiding.
Take out those hives.
Andrew? Getting close now. Strongest readings yet. So many scars.
Are probably guarding something.
I see Andrew. And a lot of scars.
I'll clear them out.
Can you grab it?
Grab the key.
Good. Now get rid of the scars and free Andrew. Good. Scars are gone. Now get to Andrew. Andrew!
Hey, Scar Eye. Wanted info on Fort defenses.
Sentinels are on their way to pick Andrew up, Freelancer.
Hey, Scar Eye's still out there. You gotta stop it, man.
I will, Andrew. Help is on the way. Bryn, can you track that Scar?
There is a strange energy signal near you.
Let's get this thing.
Agreed. The last thing we need is a chatty Scar leader with plans for the fort.
Andrew said the Scar wanted to know the fort's defenses. What's its long game?
Ask it.
Are you serious?
Sure. Hello, my lord. I'd like to know your evil plan. Then kill it. team. We found Lady Scar-Eye.
What fresh corpse follows me?
Corpse? Not likely.
Ask what it wants. I have a plan.
What? Fine.
Tell us what you want, Scar-Eye.
The Arcanists fumble at Shaper relics. Demise, the Scar-Eye will make them work. Shaper's energy will gather.
Scar might be down with that relic it was ranting about.
We'll find it. Together.
Good. And good work. Meet me back up before it. We'll figure out what to do next.
Hi, Marilla. How are you?
I don't know. I went looking for your father's ashes so we could spread them. They weren't there.
Doesn't mean we can't still have a memorial for him.
No, the vase wasn't there. And it's strange, now that I'm trying to remember some things you've said. I wonder, I don't know if the vase was ever there. I'm not sure what's happening anymore.
That's actually a good sign.
That I have a knack for losing stuff.
That you're realizing, well, what you thought was true isn't.
A vase?
Why is it so important?
Your dad, of course. He died. But I already knew that.
How did he die?
You were hurt. And?
I was? How? This is important.
No. I don't want to remember that day.
Whatever it is, I'm right here. It's okay. Just let it out.
Even if it almost killed me?
Except it didn't. You're still here. You're strong. What happened?
It was a warm day Freemark was hot that time of year. You were playing with your father, pretending you were a javelin pilot. He was roaring like an Ursix, chasing you. You were so young. Your little legs scampering around, so happy. But then...
It's okay.
The sirens started. Gunfire was everywhere. Someone shouted, "The Dominion are here." Then the explosions. I heard you scream. Ran over. Your father was bleeding, but you were under the rubble. Piles of concrete. I tried lifting it, but it was too heavy. You were yelling, "Daddy's hurt, help Daddy." I pulled him away. Then there was another explosion. The rubble collapsed, but you... You
can do this.
You... died. My brave little boy. You were supposed to grow up and be a freelancer. Fall in love. Become a man. But you never did. Because I couldn't save you. Can you ever forgive me?
It's better if you forgive yourself.
How can I? Your father. He died the next day. They took him away. I never got to bury him. Or you.
None of it was your fault.
But I loved them. So much.
They wouldn't want you to blame yourself. They'd want you to be happy again. Can you do that?
I think so. Yes. But... you're not Kyler, are you?
No. Just a freelancer who reminds you of him.
You are everything I'd hoped you'd become. There's a mother out there lucky to have you as a son. What you've done for me, you saved me.
I just gave you a little nudge. You saved yourself.
My thanks could never be enough, but... thank you.
Be well. Take care of yourself.
Strider arrived last week, barely. What got you? Ursix? Titan? Scar mines. Some freelance. Wait, did you say Titan?
There's been better luck on the roof.
Nadira?
Freelancer. My husband Leighton mentioned you saw him again.
We spoke. He told me about his past, what he did for the Dominion.
Pretty bad, I'm guessing.
It was. But he regrets all the pain he caused.
He still feels it. I don't know how to make it go away.
He talked about someone named Aurora. I think it's a woman he knew. Something bad happened to her.
Aurora?
That rings a bell?
I've seen the name. A briefing on an old Dominion operation. Details were sketchy. I'm trying to remember. I think it was called Prism Tacit. That was their code name for it.
Do you think Leighton was involved?
He must have been. But if I ask him, it'll get messy. I'm his wife now, not his debriefing agent. There's too much emotion involved.
That just means you care. Leighton's lucky he found you.
Who knew spying was the easy part? His marriage that takes training.
Can't help you there.
You've already done more than you had to. I appreciate it. We both do.
When I see Leighton again, I'll ask him about this Prism Tacit.
Thank you.
Hey, Bren.
Oh, freelancer. Hello.
Everything okay? You seem preoccupied lately. It's not like you.
What? Yes. No, just distracted.
Talk to me, Bryn. I'm here to help.
Okay. I'm writing.
And it looks like it's troubling you.
I'm writing stories.
What?
No, for the love of all Gazics. Have you ever heard of the Crimson Lancer?
The radio show? It's one of Halleck's favorites.
You know it? Who's your favorite character? Wait, forget I asked. I don't want to ruin this already tenuous friendship.
So what does this have to do with your writing?
Sometimes the show just doesn't go the way it's supposed to. When my brain needs a rest from my work, I rewrite the show. Myself. So it's better.
But why not just add to it? Why change it?
I suppose. Things can't always go the way I want them to. Here or in the field. But when I rewrite the shows, everything goes exactly according to plan. My plan.
Does anyone else ever read it?
My work is very well received.
By whom exactly?
I have no idea. I post them on a board downstairs under a different name. I get the most appreciative letters from Crimson Dancer 69.
You've got to let me see them. They sound excellent.
If you find the board, you too can send feedback. Unless you think Anson dating Kista is a good idea, then I don't want to hear it. Oh, Freelancer. Great timing. I've been thinking about Shaper relics.
Where's this heading?
All that Shaper energy sloshing around keeps activating relics, or reactivating them. It never ends. We really need more experienced Lancers keeping them in check.
Should I just warm up my javelin now?
Well, if you have time to stop the Shaper menace.
Good timing. We just got some excellent new stuff.
Serna? She seems like quite the character.
Dax provided Strider routes for Talon's crew.
How'd she get her hands on those?
I thought it better not to ask.
Plausible deniability.
Exactly. I've marked a potential ambush site. The team's coming up on the Strider, patching in Dax.
Dax, are you in position?
Yeah, about that.
Seriously?
I got stuck with patrol duty. I'm not a freelancer. I can't just tell the commander to shove off.
All right, just stand by for some...
Talon's a popular guy.
I don't see him. These guys are all scrub league. This is all my fault.
What do you mean?
Nothing. Check the Strider. Maybe it'll have another lead. My patrol's nearby. I'll explain in person.
In person? Really?
Just bring it to me. Over here. Let me see them in.
Here it is. Still looks like squiggles to me.
Guess you're only seeing half the picture.
How do you know this? How do we get the overlay? How many striders does this guy have? Babe, check the routes. Is there one nearby?
There is actually. Sending it now. We found the Strider, but it's been ambushed by a Titan.
Today is not a good day for striders.
Hey, the Titan took care of the hard part. Now, you just gotta find a way inside without it killing you.
That's always the ride.
Battery's fried. Check the wreckage for a replacement.
Maybe take out the Titan first. Just a thought.
working. Power flow needs a full reset. Titan really did a number on her when it attacked. Which it's still doing, by the way.
Got it, Dax. Thanks for your input.
Welcome.
Stomp and destroy the overlay.
She has a point.
Fine, get rid of the Titan. So much better.
We found another scroll. Putting the images together. Well, what do you know? Dax was right.
If it happens again, she'll catch up with a broken clock.
Hey, I can hear you. Marking Talon's base.
Got it. On my way.
Let's see who gets there first.
What about your patrol?
They'll be fine. We're approaching the camp.
Dax, where are you?
Meeting your ass there.
Just don't start without me.
Look who decided to show up!
A sore winner. Never would have guessed. Where's Talon?
Coward barricaded himself inside. We'll have to take out the camp's defenses to reach him. Focus on the turrets.
Dax, you okay?
This thing was built to take a few hits, right? Well, badass.
SWAT your 6.
You mean her 6? Is it over? Already?
Stay back! I warned you! Don't tell me that's talent.
No, it's just a worm. He won't be a problem.
Well, how do you?
Come on, let's finish this.
Hey. That's far enough!
No one has to get hurt. Whoa, 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 whoa. All we want is that journal.
I know. Talon gave me one job. Make sure you don't get it.
Did Talon give you permission to burn it?
No. Maybe. Shut up!
Okay, why does Talon even want that journal?
Because it's a treasure map. All those missing people carried valuables into the jungle. And when I find them, I'll be rich. You shouldn't have chased me, Dex.
You shouldn't have robbed me, Talon.
It's what I do. You knew that when you hired me.
You hired these people? That's how they got your journal?
It's hard to do background checks out here. Besides, Talon used to be a sentinel.
And now he's been reduced to this.
Huh. And you die first.
Talon! The journal!
Toss it here!
Hey!
Look out! Are you alive?
Yeah, is that your hand?
No, it's mine.
Move it. Now.
Okay. Which way did Talon go? Commander! How'd you find us?
I followed the smoke. Passed by what was left of your javelin.
I can explain.
No! You're done. There's someone waiting at Fort Tarsus to take you home.
Commander, wait. This journal belonged to my aunt. It can solve the mystery of the Emerald Abyss. Hey!
Give it back!
Consider yourself lucky that you still have a javelin, freelancer.
At least Talon doesn't have the journal.
He doesn't need it anymore. Just didn't want you to have it. He's so far ahead. You should just give up.
Give up? Yeah, not what I do.
Good.
Dax!
We'll figure it out. Just meet me back at the port.
Dax has been escorted to her apartment. Should I patch her through?
Go ahead, Faye.
Freelancer, I've got an escape plan, but we still need
in my aunt's journal.
Dax, you really need to work on your whispering skills.
What? I'm like a rabbit in the night.
Uh-huh. Does Vool still have the journal?
As far as I know, tried to get it back, but he says I can't be trusted with that book of nonsense. You might have more luck, though.
It's worth a shot. Hello again, Merelda.
Hi, freelancer. Don't worry, I know who you are.
How are you doing?
Much better. All thanks to you.
Couldn't leave you to suffer like that.
You were everything I'd hoped Kylo would grow up to be.
I'm flattered.
It's true. It was hard letting go.
Kyler sounded like a great kid. You'll always have memories of the good times.
There were plenty of those.
You feeling better?
A lot of crying. But mostly a lot of laughing. I looked at paintings I made of him. He was something special.
Must feel like a weight is lifted.
More like a boulder. This is my last day here. I'm moving to Anthem to be with my sister.
Fresh air, fresh start.
That's the plan. Hope to start painting again, too.
So this is goodbye?
I think it is. Not that I didn't enjoy your company, but time to move on. Goodbye, freelancer.
Take care.
Have you heard the latest Crimson Lancer?
That cliffhanger. I hope the next episode comes soon.
Hello, freelancer.
Layton.
Good to see you, freelancer.
That name, the one that's been bothering you.
Aurora.
I mentioned it to your wife.
You did?
It's the only thread you have to go on. I figured it might help.
Well, it's decent of you. You've already done more than we have a right to ask.
You've had a rough time.
What did you learn? Who was Aurora?
Nadira thought she was connected to a Dominion operation. Does Prism Tacit mean anything to you?
This was...
Layton?
This was a mistake. We shouldn't have done it.
What?
I'm remembering now. You have no idea what's going on here.
Whatever it is, we need the truth. It's the only way this gets solved.
You may regret that.
Then tell me why.
A Dominion plan to infiltrate Corvus. A cipher mentally programmed to pose as a defector.
Wait a minute.
Underneath the defector's persona, the real agent remembers everything he sees and hears.
Oh, crap.
I remember who I am.
You're the agent.
My name is the Trigger. I'm Prism Tacit.
Maybe so, but your persona, I don't think it was a lie. His regret, your regret, sounded genuine.
It was deemed the most probable way to gain her trust.
Who?
Aurora, the code name for the enemy operative likely to have useful intelligence. My wife, Nadira.
You used her?
It's why her name is so painful to hear.
I think I was wrong about you.
No, I was wrong about myself. The man I was programmed to be has become the man I want to be. My conscience began as a facade, a layer, but it fed the seeds of doubt, of truth. I understand the pain I've caused, that I will cause. I really do love her. But I pulled away, knowing what the other part of me planned. I can't lose her.
Maybe in the world of spies, this is how things go. Maybe she'll understand.
Spy or not, she's still my wife. She saw the best in me, and I returned the favor by giving her my worst.
And now?
Tell my wife. It's your obligation to Fort Tarsis. I'm done lying. She was right, you know. I needed to make a friend. You've helped me understand myself. But don't risk yourself or others. Repeat the trigger now. My persona will forget we had this conversation.
If you insist. Prism Tacit.
Freelancer, I'm sorry, I must have drifted again. These damn memories. What were we saying?
Nothing. I was just leaving. Commander?
No.
No?
No. I will not release Cardea Dell's journal into your custody.
I didn't realize the book was under arrest.
Do I seem like I'm joking?
I honestly couldn't say. You're kinda hard to read. But I do feel for you, Commander. Working with Dax, she's a handful.
She's an impulsive, untrained thrill seeker who's going to get herself killed, and I'll be blamed for it.
Not anymore. If she's been recalled home, Dax is no longer your problem.
I guess that's true.
So there's no harm in giving me the journal. Your ass is covered.
Never underestimated Daxia Dell's propensity for trouble.
I'm willing to take the risk.
Then you're braver than you look. Freelancer?
Hey, Dax, I've got the journal.
Perfect timing. Just bid farewell to my not-so-gilded cage.
Let's meet at the bar.
Here it is, the elusive journal.
Let's recap what we know.
Before her disappearance, my aunt was in the midst of charting the locations of volatile Shaper relics near Fort Tarsis.
It looks like they formed a circle.
Guess what's at the epicenter?
The Heart of Rage.
Yep. When the Heart of Rage appeared, it created a ripple effect, causing relics far and wide to go crazy.
Like people vanishing into thin air crazy.
That was the theory. Aunt Cardea disappeared before she could prove it.
From his notes, it looks like Talon agreed with her.
His notes? He defaced my family heirloom?
Focus, Dax. What does Talon say?
He thinks activating certain relics will lead him to wherever the caravans vanished.
But instead of bringing home their remains, he's gonna steal their stuff. Freelancer, my aunt, everyone who disappeared, they deserve better.
Activating the relics will be tricky, and I should point out this is all theory. We don't really know what will happen.
We've poked plenty of Shaper stuff before. Hasn't killed us yet.
Yes, my javelin's pretty banged up, but it'll still fly. Let me know when you're ready and I'll meet you outside the wall.
I can see you all doubt me, even the freelancer. Everyone doubts her.